Today, let's make a brand new quilt block for January. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and we're starting a new series where we make a quilt block once a month. So at the end of the year, we will have 12 quilt blocks to make a quilt. So for today's, I wanted to use a lot of different pastel colors for my overall quilt. So I'm going to be going with these two. It's like an orange, and then that really is a pink. I feel like on camera it's not showing up as like light pink as I wanted to, but it is a pink, and I will include a link to these just in case you want this pack of colors as well. I got it from Etsy. So to get started with this quilt block, you need 8 rectangles. They are going to be 3.5 by 2 inches. So you're just going to be cutting out 8 of those. I'm doing 4 orange and then 4 of the pink. So at the end, you'll have 8 rectangles that are 3.5 by 2 inches, 4 being one color and 4 being the other color. Once you have them all cut out, we're then going to be starting to match these into pairs, and then you're going to be pinning them with right sides together along one of the long edges. So I'm just going to go through, pin these up at the bottom, as you can see here, and then I'm just going to be taking a stitch at the bottom along there. So I'm going to repeat this for each pair so that I have 4 seams that I need to sew up. Once I have all of those done, I can just bring this over to my sewing machine, and this will be really the first big step of our quilt block. So I'm just going to bring these over. I'm doing a 1/4 inch seam allowance for all of this. So just to make it a little bit easier, I have the seam guide ruler. That 1/4 inch is at the top. So when I lay this out, and I'll show it to you, that needle is exactly around like a 1/4 inch away from the edge of the fabric, and that shows me I have a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So now I'm just going to go through, sew all of this up. I'm being sure the back stitch at the beginning and the end, and then once I have them, I'm just going to cut to make sure that each is separate. So I like to do them together just so it doesn't waste as much thread. And then I am going to press open the seam so it lays nice and flat. So I have this smaller little sort of like little quilting iron. So I'm just going to be using this so that I can press out these seams as I go. It makes it a little easier. Once I have that done for one, I'm just going to be repeating this then for each of those pairs so that the seam is nice and opened. So now that I have that done for all of my pairs, it's now time for us to start building out our quilt block. So I'm just going to go through and alternate these. So one is going up, one's going sort of to the side, then one's going up and then to the side, so that you get this interesting, almost like woven pattern. You could sort of think of this as like a modified rail fence quilt pattern, and you can decide which way you like it. So I really like it with the pink on the inside, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to match these up so that you have the 2 pairs coming together and then sewing them along that middle seam. So very similar to how we were doing earlier, just matching with right sides together and then pinning this in place, and then I'll just be taking those 2 seams on my sewing machine. Now for the seam, I'm still using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. That's really important so that everything matches up. You really want to be using the exact same seam allowance. So making sure at the beginning all of it was cut out very evenly, then using that seam allowance as you go through. So now that I have the sort of top half and the bottom half of the quilt block done, I'm going to press this out similar to like what we did before, and then we can build this fully out into our new quilt block. So I'm just going to press open the seams. So now it's time for our last sewing step. I have the top and bottom done, so we are just matching these with right sides together. Now here's where some of the little important tips come. You want these 2 seams to match up so that it looks nice and crisp and perfect. So I do work really hard to make sure that those line up, just because I think it can give it a really pretty look, and then you can feel really proud of it after. But I'm just going to go through, pin all of this up now, and then I look from the side to make sure it still looks good. So we're just going to take that one final seam, still using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then I'm going to backstitch at the beginning and the end. And then we have our main quilt block complete. So this will be our quilt block for January. So once that seam's done, we're just going to press this open. So as you can tell, it's a very repetitive process of doing some sewing, then pressing it open, doing some sewing and pressing it open. I think though that this one looks so pretty. It looks so unique. I do love the colors. Again, it is much more of a pink in person, so it looks very almost, I guess, like sherbet in a way is how I'm seeing it. I think these colors look really nice though. So the idea is that each month we will be building out one new quilt block, so this can help you learn about new quilt blocks. This can help you figure out maybe a favorite, so just like a little quilt sampler. So this is the one for January, and then we will just keep growing them each month. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have a quilt block that you want me to try out, leave a link below, or if you have an idea for this, let me know. This is a brand new series, so we have a lot of growth with it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.